Hi everyone, my name is Pang Fan. I am creating a piano repertoire to help you learn piano step by step, from the first step to 100. And this is a bonus video that you must see before you start the first step. I will teach you everything you need to know before you put your hands on the piano for the first time. Let's start. I divided this lesson into 6 sections. The first section, we are going to learn about musical notes. In music, a note is a symbol denoting a musical sound. We use the first 7 letters of the Latin alphabet: A, B, C, D, E, F, G. To represent the pitch and duration of a sound in musical notation. And you might have heard of do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, which is called solfege, solfa, or fixed tone system. This system is commonly used for ear training and singing. Let me align these 2 systems together. A is la, B is ti, C is do, D is re, E is mi, F is fa, and G is sol. And let's start with do or C, so it's easier to remember. Now we have C, D, E, F, G, A, B, or do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. In the second section, we are going to find where are these notes on the piano keys. Here is the piano keys. You can see they are black and white keys. To help you find the notes easier, let's divide it into 2 groups. One is a group with 2 black keys and 3 white keys. And another is a group with 3 black keys and 4 white keys. In the first group, the first white key is C. So the second and the third are D and E. In the second group, the first white key is F, then G, A, and B. And then after B, it will repeat the first and the second group over and over again. In the section 3, we are going to learn how to read music. For piano instrument, we commonly use grand staff. Because of the wide range of the piano, we cannot use one clef. And what is a clef? At the upper staff, you can see this symbol called treble clef or G clef. Most of the time, we use the right hand to play the note on the treble clef, which usually are on the right hand side of the piano in the higher register. And the bottom staff, which is a bass clef or F clef, we'll use the left hand and usually play on the left hand side of the piano at the lower register. By the way, sometimes you can see the treble clef on the lower staff and the bass clef on the upper staff, but let's talk about that later. Here's how to read music. The sheet music will tell you what note or pitch you have to play and when or how long you have to hold that note for. You can see there are 5 lines and 4 spaces on each staff, and the pitch will go up and down in the step like this. Going up, line, space, line, space, line, space, line, space, and line. Going down, line, space, line, space, line, space, line, space, and line. On the treble clef, as I said, it's also known as G clef. This part is the head of G clef, so the note on this line is G. Then the next one will be A, B, C, D, A, and F. And the two before G will be E and F. Let me give you some tips to make it easier to remember. All notes on the space F, A, C, E. You can remember it as this. And all notes on the lines E, G, B, D, and F. You can remember it as every good boy does fine. On the bass clef, or is known as F clef, the bass clef head is here, so the notes on this line is F, and then continue with G and A. And the notes before are E, D, C, B, A, and G. So the tips to remember this one is the notes on the space A, C, E, G. You can remember it as all cow eat grass. And the notes on the lines G, B, D, F, and A. You can remember it as good boy does fine always. How about if the notes are out of the range of these 5 lines? We will use the ledger line for the note that continue higher and lower. The ledger line is the short line that is just a little longer than the note head. To continue from this note on the treble clef, it's gonna look like this. And to continue lower from this note on the treble clef, it's gonna look like this. To continue higher on the bass clef, it's gonna look like this. And to continue lower from this note on the bass clef, it's gonna look like this. Before we move on to the next section, let me give you some tips. When you read the note that closer to each other like this, you're gonna think about the step. What comes next? The first note is E. The next one is just one step higher than E, so it's F. And the next one is one step higher than F, so it's G. And the next one is one step lower than G, so it's F. But then when you read the note that jumps around like this, you're gonna use the memorization tips. This note is in the line, so you're gonna think about every good boy does fine. So this note is G, and the next one is F, and the next one is on the space, so you're gonna think about F, A, C, E, fast. So this note is A, and the next one is E. Now we are at the section 4. After we know what note or pitch we have to play, we also need to know when or how long we have to hold the note for. Let me introduce you to these notes: whole note, half note, and quarter note. Whole note is the longest note, which usually has 4 counts. Half note is half of whole note, which has 2 counts. And quarter note is a quarter of whole note, which has 1 count. So when you see this, you are going to play 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And when you see this, you are going to play 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And when you see this, you are going to play 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And this one, you are going to play 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. There are more notes such as 8 note, 16 note, the note with dotted, and many more, which we will learn later in the repertoire. In the section 5, we are going to learn about the fingering. In the lesson book or repertoire book, there are numbers on top and under the note to tell you which finger you should use on that note. The thumb of both hands will be finger number 1, and the index finger will be finger number 2. The third finger is number 3. The fourth finger is number 4. And the little finger is number 5. In the section 6, let me teach you how to place your hand on the piano. You are going to curve your hands like this, like you are holding the balls. And after you place your finger down the keys, make sure it's still in the same shape. Don't let it go flat like this. Give it curve. So that's all for today. I hope you enjoy it. And if you like my video, don't forget to give me the thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell so you won't miss the next video. And I will see you next time. Bye bye.